welcome to Ozarks Live. I'm Cammie.
And I'm Blake. Happy Friday. We made it to the end of the work
week.
We
did, and it looks to be a beautiful holiday weekend ahead of us.
4th of July coming up this weekend, so it's going to be a good weekend. Hey, I wanted to talk to you about something.
What's that?
So last night...
You me when you say it like that.
Last night, I finally saw the Elvis movie, which just seems to be what everyone's been talking about the last week and a half.
I haven't seen it yet, but I desperately want to.
Yes, it is worth the watch. I would recommend it to anyone. It does a beautiful job of really going through his life without going into too much detail about everything, you know what I mean? But it kind of touches on everything.
Now, I've heard, is this true, that it's a lot about his relationship with his manager?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so it's actually kind of like narrated and told through the angle of the Colonel, who was his manager and promoter throughout his entire career. And you just learn so much, and I have to say, the actors in this did such a wonderful job.
I've heard that. Now, my hang-up is I don't feel like he looks enough like Elvis. Does he in the film?
I think so.
Okay.
I actually left saying, like, I felt like he looked a lot like him. I felt like they did a really good job. Because in real life, the guy, Austin Butler, who plays Elvis, his face is a little thinner, but it looks like they almost put, like, fillers or makeup on his face where his cheeks are a little bigger.
Okay.
He does a really good job. And Tom Hanks, is, like, almost unrecognizable in the film as the Colonel, but he plays this role so well. So yeah, there's Austin Butler on screen with the director.
Is his hair blonde?
It's like blondish brown.
I'm picking this apart because I want it to be right because I love Elvis.
Yes, but in the movie it is black in the movie, yes.
But his acting will probably cover all of the imperfections that he's not Elvis.
Yes. It just is so, like, the way I am curious on if he had to take, like, there's Elvis and Priscilla, of course, his wife. So, and they also detail that really well in the movie. But one thing that I kept thinking about this morning was I was like, I wonder if Austin Butler had to go through any kind of, like, dance training or dance lessons to perfect those Elvis moves, because they have a lot of that. Yeah, and it felt spot on in the film, and he does it multiple times, and I'm just like, dang. And just to be, like, you know, Elvis was his own person. You know, there's been no one like him, you know, and there was no one like him before him.
Or after him.
Yeah, and so I'm just like, I wonder how long that takes, you know, in general, like his moves, his voice, his, like, swagger, his posture that he had. There's just so much, you know.
That's
he was so much his own person.
You know, a lot of times they're preparing for things like this. I mean, sometimes a few years in advance. So that is really a good point. Now I want to look that up.
I know, and
research that.
I will say I've never been to Graceland, and this made me want to go visit that as well.
So I went when I was a child, but I went again last year, and it was so different as an adult. Like, the house was smaller than I remembered. Of course, you know, we're getting further and further away from the 70s, so the style is a lot different than I remembered. But it's really neat. I felt like I was a little bit, you know, you're on someone else's turf, and he's not there, so it was a little bit. I don't know. It's a little bit weird to me to be there, but it's fun.
I will say, from the film, I felt like after I was doing a lot of research on, like, Elvis's life and Graceland, his residence, obviously, and his marriage with Priscilla, and I was just really curious on, you know, kind of how that all worked. So go check it out in theaters now.
I will.
Everywhere in Springfield. You know, just go find it. So
I'm going to. Like, thanks.
All right. Well, speaking of movies, there's a brand new movie on Paramount Plus called Jerry and Marge Go Large. It's actually based on a true story and real events. So the synopsis goes, Jerry's nearing retirement, and he's kind of worried about his financial state for him and his wife and the rest of their life. And so he stays worried until he realizes that he finds a loophole in the Massachusetts lottery.
This film starring Bryan Cranston and Annette Bening is a fun, feel-good movie and is perfect for this weekend with people relaxing and traveling. Check out the trailer.
Everybody, to Jerry. Not everybody can pull off 42 years without getting fired.
Jerry, you don't have to work so hard. You're retiring.
I don't have to be. These are your golden years. How's my account?
2% gains. You just gotta be more aggressive. I could double your money in
7.27 years.
literally the only time I was gonna get to use that today.
Jerry, you're gonna have to tell me what's going on.
I was always good with math, codes, puzzles, you name it, but I just feel like I never got to be a part of the world. I found this flaw. There's a loophole that the lottery didn't see. It's right here in the math.
I don't know what this says. It looks like the numbers a crazy man drew in a cell wall.
I cannot believe you are my accountant. I'm playing the lottery. and I won $15,000.
Why didn't you just tell me?
We barely have enough money to retire on. This is no time to risk it.
Yes, it is.
What?
Can I help you?
We'd like to buy 8,000 windfall tickets.
I'm gonna help you first.
$312,000.
What now?
You want to start a corporation.
We'll split the profits with the whole town.
You said the more we bet, the better the odds.
Let's do it. There's another group. These kids figured it out.
The payout should have been bigger.
We're really hurting each other by playing at the same time. I just need you out of the game.
We're not done.
Do you know what the dark web is, Jerry? Because it's gonna be the only place to buy your life back when I'm done selling it to countries that you can't even pronounce. And I'm gonna do it to everyone in your group.
The lottery suspended our license.
We're betting $500,000.
Go big or go home.
It really does feel like we're robbing a bank.
Nah, this is gonna be more fun.
We are betting $40,000 on windfall tickets.
Are you guys drug dealers?
We're professional lottery players.
That isn't a thing.
It is now.
Looks great.
Yeah, all right, check that out on Paramount Plus. Now, in some entertainment news, Mary J. Blige is hosting a special concert, and the cast of Blackbird honors Ray Liotta.
CBS's Dania Backus has your eye on entertainment.
The cast of Blackbird paid tribute to Ray Liotta. The crime drama features the late actor's final appearance in a TV show. Taron Egerton plays Liotta's son.
I'm very, very sad that he's not here to celebrate this with us, because a good share of the show's brilliance should be apportioned to Ray Liotta. He's amazing in it.
Blackbird premieres with the first 2 episodes on July 8th on Apple TV+, followed by 1 new episode weekly every Friday. An official trailer for the upcoming 3rd season of High School Musical, the series, has been released.
You guys are gonna be the first camp to put on Frozen!
Best summer ever.
This season, the Wildcats are in summer camp. They'll be staging the musical adaptation of the animated film Frozen. High School Musical, the series, returns to Disney Plus July 27th. And Mary J. Blige will host a one-night-only live performance to celebrate her life and music. The concert will be held at New York City's United Palace Theater and streamed exclusively on Apple Music in over 165 countries. The concert coincides with the 30th anniversary of her album, What's the 411, and Apple Music Hits will devote the entire day to Blige. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Dania Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
The High School Musical shows, movies, that series,
Yeah.
it blows my mind every time how much talent is involved between the choreography and the singing.
Yeah, multi-talented
amazing.
actors and actresses.
Absolutely.
So,
All right, don't go away.
Ozarks Live's just getting started.